already sweating bullets for tonight's episode. It's episode 19, and we're kicking things off with a little bit of rebellion. It's Akira Kobayashi and Word Girl clashing for the title. That is the Rebellion Championship. As we get the challenger, it feels like years since it has been, since the last time that Akira Kobayashi has challenged for any championship here in MB. And for the first time in her career, she's challenging for the Rebellion Championship. One thing's for certain, I hope that our champion has their wits about them. I hope that they're ready for the struggle that Kobayashi can bring. Well, I don't know if they have the background in winning. I don't think they got that. I don't think they have the record to keep up with someone like Kobayashi. But as we've said it before, she has, now she has 2 wins, a head full of steam, and a dream. And that dream is now set to include defeating someone of the likes of Akira Kobayashi. It's Word Girl in action. I think we're on day 14 of her being Rebellion Champion. Ah, it's so beautiful. That's right. We are not wasting a single second as Word Girl hands it over to the ref. And the ref showcasing it to Kobayashi. Both women know what's up for gains and what's up to be lost. As we get straight into this match. So much more coming down in this episode. But this is how we start it. As Kobayashi already with a strong lead, running circles and blitzing Word Girl, and now cementing it with the Kamigoye with the knee strike off the ropes, and that's not going to hit its target. Only has had 1 match this season, but got to give Kobayashi some credit. It was a really hard-fought match, and she just boots Word Girl in the face. She chooses to grapple up instead. Okay. Quite the choice, as she's getting quite notably outpowered. Not even standing a chance right now. Both women going to back off, but Word Girl, like so many others this season, immediately getting control after the struggle and blitzing Kobayashi. She may not have the experience in the MB ring, but she's more than making up for it with energy and, power. I thought that Kobayashi would have ricocheted off the ropes, but no, that was a very strong throw. And I hope the ladies just keep in mind that it's count out tonight. So, yeah. Oh, Jesus. It doesn't look like either woman is very much so interested in getting back inside the ring. As Kobayashi now leading from that knee drop. Can she bring this match back on board? She will. Okay, we're back inside the ring. Lands straight on it. Off the ropes now. Kobayashi went for the snapmare. But Word Girl's off the rope. Ooh, blockbuster from the ropes. Going for the pin count. That's 2, not enough. Taking a play out of Akira Kobayashi's book right here, and she's working on that leg. Not a bad strat when your opponent is considerably faster than you. And a drop kick to the back of the head. We're now in the same scenario where we're playing on some dangerous ground right there. Kobayashi! Double super kick. What does Akira have planned here? As she's at an 8 count. She's technically not inside the ring yet. Okay, playing it a little bit close right there. As Akira goes low. And now, the twist of fate. And can we be seeing that here tonight? A twist of fate. An end to the story. And no, Word Girl still has another shot to prove she got this. Seeing a lot of enamoration from the crowd. Applauding Word Girl for her resilience as she boots down a Kobayashi. Goes for the count. That's 2. Ooh, just 2 though. And now Word Girl. Oh, wow. Wicked knee. Turns it into a moonsault. It's weird to say this, but there hasn't really been a lot of heavy action this match. A lot of rush attacks and all that, but not a strong grappling core in this match yet. But I think we can change and see that right now. As Word Girl scouting Kobayashi, who slips through. Not good for the champ. And now off the ropes. Ooh, drop kick. And now Kobayashi from the top rope. She's going for something big here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, God, hiccup. Tightrope, drop kick, executed beautifully as if Neutro was doing it, but it's still not enough. Now Kobayashi, no, not going to get what she was going for. As Word Girl leading with power, and well, into the powerbomb position. Fireman's carry. Hangman on the ropes, a classic. And now to the pinfall. Adjacent to the YouTube corner, you should subscribe. That's a 2 count, not enough. And Kobayashi teetering on the ropes. Oh, super kick to the gut. As Word Girl building up some steam off of it. High flying action from to Kobayashi. As now Word Girl looks to finish with this. That's 2, not enough. I will give Word Girl some credit there. That's some new offense that you just don't see in everyday matches. This is for the big leagues. As she leads with a German into the lariat. Strong style offense. That's 2, and she's gonna retain. Well, give it up for Word Girl, putting her money, her pride, her own self-esteem, every belief that everyone's had in her to the test. And well, it's easy to say and see that she aced it. As we now continue with the Varsity Gold Tag Team Search, we're trying to find the next Tag Team Champion qualifiers. Not qualifiers, challengers. I just didn't want to say that again. But here's a team who has a lot on their mind right now. And I mean a lot on their mind right now. There's Gino in the black and brown. And to his, whether depending on where you're looking, is left or right. And the white is Can Missile. Not that long ago, their friend, their comrade, their sister, Penelope Granger, attacked by a rogue freak. And tonight, in the main event, EDX confronts the freak with no escape. That's a lot on their minds right now. But for the sake of being tag team champions, they have to. Especially when they face one of the most decorated, talented, charismatic, popular forces. That's the same thing as charismatic. Popular previous tag team champions. Feels like the one time where I really don't have to announce who they are, but for the love of the old times, ladies and gentlemen, SpongeBob and Patrick. Off of their performance in round 1 alone, it's easy to say that SpongeBob and Patrick may just have this win right here. They got rid of their challengers, they got rid of their opponents in, well, record time compared to everyone else, let me tell you that. But for these guys, their match was light work. The strategy reigned supreme once more, and we're going to see if it's going to work here tonight. Actually, no. That's not going to work here tonight. There's a little bit of a twist with round 2. For round 2, every single match will be a Tornado Tag Team match. And by every single, I literally just mean this one and the next one. Now, traditionally, MB is actually more known for Tornado Tag Team matches. We've only recently went back to traditional tag-in, tag-out matches involving 2 people at a time. But if there's anybody backstage, if there's anybody in this company that knows a great deal about both, it would definitely be these 2. Wow, okay! I was kind of dazzled for a second here. And by these 2, I really meant SpongeBob and Patrick. Because unlike Gino and Ken Missile, SpongeBob and Patrick are former and I believe multiple-time tag team champions. And Noah will not be able to say that enough, as SpongeBob, taking advantage of the no DQ rule here in Tornado Tag Team matches, sledgehammer in play, doesn't get the win, got to dodge out of the way of Can Missile, and whoa, that could have been bad. But SpongeBob, German suplex to save Patrick, and now SpongeBob wailing on Gino. It's already not a great start for the industry as they're really slow in this match. SpongeBob and Patrick with a great lead. Patrick, they're just wailing on Can Missile on the outside. Inside the ring, it's a bit of a different case. Ooh, maybe not so anymore. SpongeBob, powerbomb position. Ooh, butterfly backbreaker. And Gino trying his best to keep back both members of the Krusty Krushers, but it's not a successful endeavor right now. Thank God that Can Missile back inside the ring. Springboard drop kick to take down Patrick. Hey, I want to see some action here. It's been a bit since that's a lie. We actually had a tag team. We had a Tornado tag team match not that long ago. But I want to see like a real Tornado tag team match between two actual teams. And it's Patrick. Some heavy offense here. Ooh, suplex into the Uranagi. And that looks like it. No, there's Can Missile. Right place, right time. Up goes Can Missile. And he goes just as hard and fast down. Meanwhile, Gino back inside the ring. Regain control. Hammerlock. Oh! Kind of like a revised Panama Sunrise, not Panama Sunrise, Patel Brain Drop Buster. Is now Gino working this match from the corner. And that must be an unlucky corner for Patrick. As Gino climbing the blank space of the square. And he's hyping something up here. Oh my God, Gino! All the stops being pulled right now. Off the ropes with a massive stomp, and that was so close. They're biting every bullet, taking every shot possible, with everything going on in their heads and backstage, everything with the Freak. They can't be dealing with this. And that's the sad thing right now, is that their minds are not fully here. You can see it in how they're fighting. Hammerlock! Belly to belly suplex from SpongeBob as he looks to win it right here. Patrick on defense and distractions. That's two, not enough. And Big Pat right here. No, reversal. Reversal from Gino. And Gino taking down Can Missile before he can get hit by SpongeBob. But he's going to take the hit for his partner instead. He was trying to save Can Missile. And I think he did that so he could take the hit instead as Patrick back suplex into the Uranagi slam. That's two. Kick out from Can Missile. As Gino now trying to regain some control, just ramming SpongeBob into the barricade. As now Gino, 1v2 situation, splitting the ring. Now, I don't like to get distracted from matches because things can happen very fast in them. But a bit of an update on Penelope Granger. She's doing all right, but the Freak roughed her up a bit. What the Freak did, that definitely crossed the line. There's a lot of discourse backstage between talent, officials. Thankfully, she's doing all right. She's a tough girl, and she's, well, already looking for the next fight. She's already looking towards the next flight here so she can beat the bricks off the Freak herself. Middle of the ring, center of the 9, but it's no luck. There's SpongeBob. Can Missile! Running up on SpongeBob. It's effective. Patrick recovering. And Missile sending SpongeBob back inside the ring. And Pat! This feels like I'm watching live torture. SpongeBob and Patrick, for all intents and purposes, are completely in charge in this match. See that Patrick just broke a kendo stick over the body of Can Missile and oh my God. The sheer power of Patrick that we just don't talk about enough. That is some crazy mad strength right there. He just wails on Can Missile. Full control from the Krusty Krushers as Gino unable to get any hold. Oh no! Patrick taking out SpongeBob, but he takes down Gino. Can Missile on the recovery, and Patrick, I think he's realizing what he's done, but SpongeBob, he has that under control. SpongeBob, the DDT! Bro went perpendicular. And inside the ring, we just saw a gut check from Patrick. And Patrick, no more punches to pull. This is everything. Big splash by Pat. And SpongeBob watching Missile like a hawk. That's two. And Krusty Krushers will move on. You can't blame either side. Gino and Missile, their focus was just not here. Too much on the line tonight outside of this match. But for SpongeBob and Patrick, they did what had to be done to move on. Well, it's not every day you guys are going to see this screen, but in cases like this where there's too many entrances and it's just better to get the match rolling off the gate, you're going to see a screen like this. We have ourselves a #1 Contenders Battle Royale, the championship, and things to be contending for the Revolution Championship. That's what we're jumping into right now. Okay, here we go. 8-man If you get thrown outside the ring and both feet hit the floor, you are out of here. We have Raymond Groves from Varsity Gold, the new and improved Dogma, Squidward, Kurt Nathans, White Orion, Martinez, Gwimbly, and Darren Danger. With Dobby, at least for the moment, victorious over Springtrap, the question begs, who is next in line? Who will step up next? And well, everyone in this ring has made a bit of a name for themselves this season, for better or for worse. And what I mean by worse, there's only really two people in here that are just worse. A lot of the big names in this match. Kurt Nathans, the red and white attire you see, not the full one, just the pants. He's made a name for himself in the past few episodes. Recently, a huge win over Jarvis Dim. But right now, he has to keep his focus inside the ring. White Orion, who is now on the ropes, and I really hope doesn't get eliminated. Thank God. Star member of Shinobi Noir as he tossles up with Gwimbly, one of the most energetic people we have, up on his feet. Oh, that's what I mean by energetic. That was pure cocaine in his system, which he likely is on right now. Meanwhile, Raymond may be a part of Varsity Gold, but he is quite literally goldless this season. Nothing to feel bad about. Ray is also goldless, but it's fair to say that she's chased more gold than him, as we're going to get our first elimination. Not White Orion's night, as he's eliminated by Darren Danger. Not what I wanted to see. It's weird to think that to this day, this far into the season, and we still don't have anything on Dogma, who is noticeably skinnier than last season, but we don't question it. And it's only fair that I point it out because it's really unavoidable to think or talk about it, but Martinez this is really not his season. I was actually checking the stats, and he's somewhere near 0 wins and 7 losses. That is right. He's 0-7. If that isn't insanity, then I don't know what else is. As, whoa. Okay, this guy is just playing around at this point. Oh my God! As now in the opposite corner, the two DLC characters going for each other. It's Gwimbly trying to take out, oh, there goes Martinez. And, well, there goes Squidward. Gwimbly, the sole guest fighter here in MB, as he goes for the Sunrise Special. I know I'm not supposed to have favorites or anything, but I kind of want to see if Kurt Nathans can pull this off. Oh, that's not good for Dogma. Way back, Alabama Slam. Oh, reverse whip. Whoa. Kurt Nathans eliminating the sole person who has challenged for Dobby in the past. That means that whoever wins this match will be a guaranteed new challenger for the Revolution Championship, to my knowledge. It should be a rule that whoever gets pinned or attacked in the YouTube corner has to be put on shorts. As no, Kurt Nathans is finally eliminated. We're down to 3 men, or well, I guess now just 2 creatures as Darren Danger's out. We're down to Dogma and Gwimbly, and I don't know what the heck Gwimbly is. And now, that's not good. Dogma, full control. He had 1 extra one just for Gwimbly. Dogma, Weapon X. And now Dogma, all he has to do is, whoa! Foosball kick. Weapon X, I really thought that would be it. But Gwimbly, all the fight in the world, still not enough. Dogma, big whip, off the ropes, hops over, ducks under. What's he got here? Ooh. I don't think that my reaction was appropriate for all the build-up I was given to it. But now Dogma from the top rope, an unwise place to be. And that is exactly why, as Gwimbly just taunting for his mistake, but taunting in front of the face of a dog like that is not a wise decision. As Gwimbly fighting back still. Looking for the right angle. Gwimbly, oh no, his opportunity, and Gwimbly takes it! Gwimbly gang unite! We are going to see Gwimbly and Dobby, 2 DLC guest fighters of this season, compete for the Revolution Championship. It is official. I'd be lying if I said that I have been commentating with this match on my mind all episode, because how could we forget everything that has happened up to this point? everything that has been boiling up. This is a season-long affair. And for EDX, last episode was the breaking point. If it wasn't everything that's happened to this point, everything that has affected his team, himself, every pursuit and dream that he had for this season, it was hearing the voice of former friend, former EPW competitor, Sean Kennedy. Someone who he has worked before with in the past to try to take care of people like the Freak. Because the truth of the matter is, when the Freak took control, when EPW was in the jaws of that monster right there, the Freak, EDX left. He came back to MB. He left everyone, everything behind. Every ally, every title, every division. And there was an absence. He has taken everything so far. He's taken EDX's dream of a good title run. He's taken the relief of walking backstage without some dumb stuff happening. He's taken the health and safety of the people that EDX promised that he would make into stars. And like we saw last episode, the Freak has taken members of the former EPW roster, turning them into his own tools. EDX with one clear mission: enter this Iron Maiden and put an end to that. EDX, that look of uncertainty as the cage walls fall down. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, Jesus! You cannot run from it. You cannot leave. You are not allowed to climb out. You cannot ask the ref to let you out. The only way you win is by pinfall or submission. You are stuck with whoever you asked to be in this cage with. That is it. As we now start focusing on this match, EDX starting to gain some ground in it. And EDX, whoa, look at that, in the corner of EPW, staring at the home he left behind as the Freak now capitalizing off that little bit of nostalgia and taking down EDX. And for the ref's sake, we got to keep her outside of the ring. We do not want any more casualties outside the two parties who has agreed to be locked inside of it. Big over the head slam. That's one and a kick out. And now here's the Freak building up some steam. Ooh, senton. And here's EDX. Finally some ground in this match. Oh! Crazy stomp. Looks for the win off that. That's one. That wasn't even two. A staple in his arsenal, and it barely drew two. As the Freak, ready for what was next, saw the ED execution miles away as the Freak, oh no, oh my god, bouncing him off of the steel. And now the Freak finally getting his hands on what he's wanted this whole time, trying to choke the life out of EDX any means necessary. And EDX, I don't think he exactly kicked out of that, and the Freak knows it, but EDX not gonna stay down. As you see, he's bleeding from the skull a bit. Cross chops and a back strike. The Freak is enjoying this way too much. The Freak, oh! Close shave on that one. And here's EDX, ripcord into the forearm. And EDX staring down a monster, doesn't care. He wants him up. He's throwing hands. Here's the whip. Off the whip. Hops over. Ducks under. Here's a classic. Oh, slips through. And the Freak catches him. I think it's fair to say that, well, that's the real Freak. There's something about him, but that's the real Freak. That's the Freak that terrorized now two companies. But he's up against a man who has more experience in both than anyone on the roster. He catches that same man, oh, into the wasteland. The Freak, a little bit of agitation starting to show. And if there's a thought, if there's a mind in there, whoa, that is new. If there's any thought that the Freak may be wondering now, I don't know if monsters think like this. Huge power bomb. He's asking himself, how's he put him away? And I guess that's how he puts him away. The Freak told EDX, if he wants this to stop, make him stop. Meet him in the ring. Prove his worth. I think it's clear to say that... Oh, we're not off air. I don't know what's going on. Oh, teleportation. Yeah, he's not satisfied, isn't he? Not even close.